Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are now watching our special weather news bulletin. In the coming week, the United States will enter a period of highly volatile weather, as the combination of deep low-pressure systems and waves of hot air surging from the south creates a climate picture that is both fierce and unforgiving. In just the next few days, a powerful storm system will sweep across many states in the central and northern U.S., bringing with it the risk of dangerous thunderstorms, large hail, damaging winds, and even a few rare September tornadoes. At the same time, an extensive heat wave is also set to return, subjecting many regions to temperatures well above seasonal averages. This is truly a concerning scenario, where Americans must brace for extreme weather on both ends of the spectrum, violent storms and intense heat. In today's program, we will break down the key developments, the current state of the active low-pressure system, the detailed 7-day forecast, the return of widespread heat and its temperature trends across the country, the specific impacts on each critical region, from the Plains and Midwest to Florida and the Northeast, and finally, recommendations for residents to stay prepared. Current situation. At this very moment, over Wyoming and Colorado, a deepening low-pressure system is intensifying. This system is not only producing thunderstorms locally but is also stretching storm bands from southern New Mexico all the way up into the Dakotas. Many areas have already reported heavy rain accompanied by lightning, strong winds, and falling hail. What stands out here is that upper-level winds are currently enhancing shear, that is, the change in wind speed and direction with height. When combined with abundant Gulf of Mexico moisture being pulled northward by the southwest flow, this creates a very favorable environment for severe thunderstorm development. As a result, warnings have been issued for extreme lightning, widespread damaging winds, and large hail in areas like northern Colorado, South Dakota, and North Dakota. Experts are highlighting the potential for small-scale tornadoes or isolated twisters. This is particularly unusual for September, which is typically the tail end of tornado season in these regions. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, thunderstorms are more scattered and less intense, with residents mostly dealing with gusty winds and localized downpours. On the East Coast, conditions remain mostly calm, except for Florida. There, moist onshore flow continues to trigger numerous showers, with some areas experiencing prolonged rainfall. The good news is that no tropical cyclone development signals have been detected in this region for the coming days. 7-day forecast. The outlook for the next 7 days can be divided into 3 key phases. Weekend, Saturday to Sunday. The northern and central plains will be the epicenter of severe weather. Thunderstorm bands will continuously be fueled by Gulf moisture and energized by the deep low. Primary threats include widespread damaging winds capable of toppling trees and damaging rooftops, large hail threatening crops and vehicles, and a few tornadoes or landspouts from South Dakota down to northern Kansas. In the Midwest, scattered thunderstorms will persist, especially across Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri, but with lower intensity and reduced tornado potential. Early next week, Monday to Wednesday, as the main low shifts northward, a secondary disturbance will track across the Dakotas, Nebraska, and Minnesota. While not as powerful as the initial system, it will still generate localized severe storms with strong gusts. Residents should be especially cautious of evening thunderstorms fueled by daytime heating and abundant humidity, which can produce short-lived but intense downbursts. Late week, Thursday to Friday, a new trough will sweep across the Great Lakes, bringing a fresh round of thunderstorms to states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Ohio. Along the East Coast, a coastal rain band may develop. If it stays offshore, tropical development risk will remain low, but if it drifts inland, it could dump heavy rain unexpectedly on states from the Carolinas up through Virginia. Return of the heat. Alongside the storm threats, another major concern looms: the return of widespread heat. During the first 2 weeks of September, much of the country enjoyed cooler, more pleasant conditions thanks to Canadian air masses. But this will soon end. Starting next week, Cold air intrusions will fade, replaced by surging hot air from the south. Forecasts show the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and northern plains heating up to 85 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 to 35 degrees Celsius. With pockets in northern Missouri and southeastern Iowa potentially reaching 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 38 degrees Celsius. This heat wave is expected to last at least 1 to 2 weeks. Peaking between September 18 and 22. The U.S. Climate Prediction Center's maps are showing the entire nation shaded in red and orange, signaling a high probability of above-average temperatures. This marks the first time in months that all 50 states are projected to experience such widespread heat simultaneously. Regional impacts. Northern and Central Plains, Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas. Severe storms in the next 48 hours with damaging winds, hail, and possible tornadoes. Residents must prepare safe shelter plans. Midwest, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Michigan. Scattered storms with gusty winds and heavy rain. A renewed round of thunderstorms is expected midweek as the Great Lakes trough pushes through. Florida and Southeast. Daily showers and storms continue. While no clear tropical cyclone signals are present, flood risks remain high due to prolonged rainfall. East Coast, Carolinas to Virginia. Potential for a coastal rain band late in the week. Tropical cyclone risk remains low but inland flooding is still possible. Western U.S. and Rockies. Mostly dry but hot, with isolated afternoon thunderstorms near the mountains. Safety recommendations. Stay connected to multiple weather alert channels, phone apps, radio, TV, and emergency notifications. During severe storms, avoid windows, pull over safely if driving, and find sturdy shelter. In heat waves, avoid outdoor activity during peak hours. Stay hydrated, and check on vulnerable groups like the elderly and children. In tornado-prone plains in Midwest states, have an evacuation or storm shelter plan ready. In Florida and the Southeast, be prepared for flooding and have safe relocation options if heavy rain persists. Closing. Ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, the U.S. faces a complicated and extreme weather scenario over the next 7 to 10 days. From violent thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes to the widespread return of oppressive heat, this is a period that requires heightened vigilance and preparedness. That concludes today's special weather news bulletin. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this update so others can stay informed. We will continue to bring you the latest developments in upcoming reports. Until then, goodbye, and take care.